All right, let's jump right in. We have this idea that leadership is all about being the boss, right? Having that top spot on the org chart. But here's the thing. The real secret to leadership, the hard part, isn't about being in charge. It's about getting people to actually want to follow you. So how on earth do you do that? Well, it turns out your team is always, and I mean always, asking you a few key questions, whether they know it or not.
So, the first question they're asking, deep down, is this: is it for me? I mean, think about it. Before anyone really gets on board with a new project or some big change you're proposing, they're looking at it through their own personal lens. They're asking themselves, okay, what's in this for me? How does this help my goals? Does this even make sense for my work? If you don't have a good answer for them, well, their engagement is going to be rocky from the get-go.
Okay, so if that first question is all about the potential upside, this next one is about the downside, the threat. They're asking, is this against me? And this goes way deeper. It taps into our basic need to feel safe and secure. People are subconsciously scanning to see if what you're asking is going to weaken their position, pile on a bunch of stress, or just put them in a bad spot. If they even sniff a yes here, it's a huge red flag. Buy-in just shuts down.
And that brings us to the third and honestly the most important question of them all. Is this just for you? This is the big one. This is the ultimate test of your motives as a leader. Your team is trying to figure out, is this whole thing genuinely for the good of the team, for the mission? Or is this really just about making the boss look good? Is it about their next promotion? Is it about their ego? The answer they come up with, well, that's what's going to determine how much they really trust you.
So here's the kicker. Whether you know it or not, every single thing you do as a leader, every email, every decision, every meeting you call is broadcasting an answer to those three questions. You're constantly being graded. And the biggest problem? Most leaders don't even realize the test is happening, let alone trying to answer the questions on purpose.
And that is exactly where this whole framework comes into play. It's called responsive influence leadership, and it's basically a new model for leading with intention, not by accident. It's all about learning how to give the right answers to those three questions consistently every single time.
So what do we mean by that exactly? Well, responsive influence leadership, it's not about command and control. It's about perception. It's about being proactive and intentionally shaping how people interpret your actions. The goal here is to build some serious trust and, this is the key, to inspire voluntary commitment. You want people to enlist in your vision, not just follow your orders because they have to.
This really gets to the heart of the difference. On one hand, you've got that old school command style of leadership. It's all about authority, and the big question is, did they do the thing I said to do? Simple compliance. But on the other hand, you have responsive leadership. This is all about trust and influence. And the question changes completely. It becomes, do they want to do it? Man, that one little shift in focus, it changes absolutely everything.
Okay, so how do we actually make this happen? This framework is built around three main parts. Let's start with the first one. Architecting your leadership plan. You have to think of yourself as an architect. This is your blueprint for building influence, the design you create before you even walk into the room.
And that blueprint, it stands on three solid pillars. First, you've got to define your vision. You need to know exactly where you're heading. Second, you clarify your values. What do you stand for? What's non-negotiable? And third, and this might be the most important piece of the puzzle, you align your actions. Your behavior, what you do day in and day out, has to be living proof of that vision and those values. If there's a disconnect there, trust just falls apart.
All right, on to the second big piece of the framework, the true influence leader. Look, having a great plan is, well, it's great, but it's not enough. The person delivering the message is just as important as the message itself. So this part is all about the personal qualities, the attributes you absolutely have to develop to build that trust.
And it really boils down to these four things. Empathy. That's what helps you answer, is it for me? Because you can actually see things from their point of view. Integrity. That's your direct answer to, is this just for you? Because it proves your motives are solid. And then you have clarity and consistency. These two build a foundation of safety and reliability, so your team isn't left guessing what you really mean or what you'll do next.
I love this quote because it just nails it. Influence is built at the speed of trust. Trust is built on the foundation of character. You can't just flip a switch and have influence. It grows slowly, organically, at the speed of the trust you earn. And that trust isn't about slick tactics. It's built on who you are at your core, your character.
Okay, time for our third and final piece, putting this whole model to work. We've got the blueprint, that's the plan. We've got the person, that's the attributes. So how do you use this stuff in the real world, in the heat of the moment?
Think of this next part as your leadership compass, a practical tool to guide you through your daily interactions.
And what's so great about this model is how simple it is. It's just 3 steps. Step 1, pause. Before you speak, before you send that email, just take a breath. Step 2, filter. Run your planned action through those 3 core questions we talked about. Is it for me? Is it against me? Is it for yourself? But, and this is crucial, do it from their perspective. And finally, step 3, adjust. Tweak your approach, your words, your action to make sure the answers they'll perceive are the ones that build trust, not tear it down.
So you see how this all locks together, right? Your leadership plan, that's your map. It shows you where you're going. Your personal attributes, your empathy, your integrity, that's the vehicle that's going to get you there. And this simple pause, filter, adjust model, that's your compass. It helps you make all the little right turns, moment by moment, to make sure you stay on the right path. So, let me leave you with a final thought. Think about the very next thing you're going to do as a leader. Maybe it's an email you're about to write or some feedback you need to give. Before you hit send, before you open your mouth, just ask yourself, which of those 3 questions is my action about to answer? And more importantly, is it the answer I really want to give? Because now the choice is yours.